Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Pagan. I am a graduate student working with the Department of Student Transitions Program. Really nice to see some familiar faces. And we just want to welcome you to today's workshop on undergraduate research. So we will get started. Feel free to utilize the chat. So if you have any questions, please unmute yourself and ask, or you can write it directly into the chat. And so when I see those, I'll be able to answer them for you. Perfect. Can everyone see the screen well? Yes? Okay, perfect. If you would like, you can also use the menti.com and the code is available on top of the screen. So you'll see it's 2508-6441. What I love about Menti is that you can interact with some of the slides as we're going through it. So if you do have a question, at the bottom of the slide, you can click the reaction button, the question reaction button, and then I'll pause to answer your questions. So we'll get started. So undergraduate research, we're going to talk about how it can impact and shape not only your collegiate experience, but your life. So what is undergraduate research? So undergraduate research is where a student researcher will have the opportunity to conduct research with a faculty member or on their own, and it's an ongoing research project. And so why should you? What are the benefits of participating in research? So you have a better understanding of the scientific knowledge and research process. You learn to collect and analyze data, collecting information and just determining the conclusions, significance, and implications of your findings. It helps you develop critical thinking skills. You learn to interpret results and analyze that data. And then you gain real world experience. And so that real world experience definitely enhances your understanding of the field that you're studying and just make more informed career goals. I know for me, at least, when I graduated as an undergrad, I thought I wanted to go into psychology. And then going into the field, doing some research myself, I realized that no, I'm actually interested in education. So thankfully, I was able to, navigate that space and have that time to figure out what career goals were aligned with my purpose and my passion. And so the last benefit is building a rapport with faculty and other stakeholders. So building a rapport with faculty and other stakeholders is so important. One, because a lot of students have been asking throughout our workshop series, how can I get letters of recommendation? This is the perfect way to obtain letters of recommendation, to boost your resume, and even put on your graduate school application. And so we are going to start off with a question. Sorry. Who can participate in undergraduate research? Ten seconds on the clock. Yes, so let's see the final results. Nice, fastest answer, Sakura. And so the answer to that question is actually anyone. So if you are a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, there is research opportunities out there for you. We're going to talk about the 4 research options that are available and what the requirements look like. So for our volunteer or basic support research, this is for students who want to contribute to faculty research on a very basic level. So if the student is involved in any intro courses or has minimal knowledge of a field, they are definitely, this is the volunteer research opportunity that they would want to participate in. So this work can be done voluntarily. It's very informal. Most times you won't receive credit for it, but it's a great way to get your foot in the door, especially without any experience. Then our second option is the research assistantship. So research assistantship is where a student contributes to faculty research on a more advanced level. So usually this is available to our upperclassmen, so students who've already had coursework experience and usually get credit for their research. And I should share that with this research assistantship, there is a contract that is required. The third research option is the independent research project. So for this one, it's where a student will work with a faculty member to pursue their own research project in an area of interest and the mentor's expertise. So for this one, again, it will be for our upperclassmen. Oftentimes you can receive credit for it, and a contract is also required. What's really great about the independent research project is this is where you'll be able to hone in on what are your interests. What are things that you want to discover and explore, and then connecting with a mentor and building that relationship and connection with, this faculty member. They will help be able to provide you with letters of recommendation, support you in your career goals. So if you are looking to get more connected, if you want this is the perfect way to find a mentor. This will definitely be the option for you. So the independent research project.
Amanda?
Yes.
I'd like to interject. So we actually had a talent who did an independent research project under my advisement. And it was because she had missed the spring course that we provide to our leaders, our student leaders. And she completed a research project. She took all the articles that were required of the students who had participated in the spring course, and she completed a literature review, but she created her own research question and was able to build a research project and receive credits for this project that she completed on her own. So it was not bounded by a class time. The hours were organized by arrangement based on availability and just, very informal meetings. And in fact, I also wanted to announce that I have great news that Diana will be doing research under my advisement as well next semester. So give her a thumbs up. I know I put her on the spot, but she reached out to me to figure out a way that how she can get more involved. And based on her interest that she had expressed, she's thinking about even pursuing a doctorate degree. Of course, you don't know at this time whether or not you want to do it, but if you have some type of inspiration, I say, why not work towards your goals now? And so we are going to be building a research project based on some of her personal experiences and interests, and we're going to get IRB approval and actually build a real thorough research project. So I'm really excited and proud of Diana for it.
Nice. Thank you, Anna, for sharing. Diana, do you want to share anything with us? I can share what my experience has been with IRB approval. It's a very long and tedious process, but honestly, I think that it hones in on, what your research is about, why you're doing this research, and it allows you to plan better, right? Because when you're submitting your IRB approval, you have to give a full timeline. So for me, at least, I think that was what kept me organized when starting my own research. But do you want to share anything?
Nothing as of right now, since it is new to me. I'm still reading Dr. Edmonds' dissertation she sent me the other day, so we'll just see how that goes. But no other.
Nice. Okay, awesome. So then the fourth research opportunity available to students at Stockton is the SIRE. It's the Summer Intensive Research Experience. And so for this option, students contribute to a faculty's research outside of the institution. And this is done during the summer, and this is typically an external opportunity. So this is available for our upperclassmen if you're interested in getting research opportunities over the summer, and you can do this for credit or no credit. And so a ton of times students will ask, if I'm not getting credit for it, why would I participate in any of these research opportunities? And it's definitely to enhance your experience, your collegiate experience. It helps you, navigate different fields. Maybe you come across something that you're interested in, and then maybe you'll come to a realization that this is just something you're not interested in, or a field that you are not connected or aligned with. So I think that any exposure you can get to any of the fields that you're interested in is super important, right? So we want to make sure that we are gaining that exposure throughout your collegiate career so that you're able to make better career decisions once you graduate. Any questions regarding the 4 research opportunities?
Yes, I have a question. And if you don't have the answer, I could probably jump in. But how do you find an independent research project?
Great question. This video is actually going to show you how to locate some research opportunities by looking through the faculty pages. So let's play this video, and if you have questions or you need clarification, we can discuss that right after the video.
Amanda, there's no sound if there's supposed to be sound with this video. It's probably because you muted your mic, and normally that's attached to your screen.
I think this time it might be if you stop sharing, when you hit share, obviously there's that button that says share computer sound.
Yes, sure, son. Good catch, Anna.
Mm-hmm. LOL, it's still not working. And maybe it's because you're muted too. I think it has to do with both. I still can't hear it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Was everyone able to see where the faculty pages were located? So the audio is just music, actually. There's not anyone sharing anything. But I do think it's important just so that you can see where, give me one quick second. I want you to see where you're able to find those faculty pages at.
Oh, now we can hear the music. Oh, wait. It just stopped. Okay. Now we can hear. That was cool. I like that video. Where'd you find it?
I actually found that on the NAM's website. So when I was connecting with some faculty and staff members on campus, just to get a better understanding of the research opportunities available, one of the questions I asked is, how can students become involved? Where do they start? And so what they shared with me is that you start at the faculty pages. So there's not a centralized location where you're able to look up all of the research that is being done. However, if you look up the faculty pages, you'll be able to assess what faculty members are doing research. And if they are doing research, they'll have a brief description of the research that they're doing and what the commitment looks like. And so one of the most important pieces they wanted me to share today was understanding what your commitment looks like. So once you are bounded into that contract, you will be held to the expectation of the amount of hours that you're committing to. So I think one of the first things you want to think about when going into any of these research opportunities is which one is aligned with me, right? So which opportunity is most aligned with my schedule, with my commitment, with the experience that I'm looking for. And then the second step would be to research what different research opportunities are available through faculty. So using those faculty pages, again, you'll be able to find all of the research opportunities that faculty members are involved in. Any questions? Anna, do you have any suggestions on where students can look for more research opportunities?
I'm sorry, I can't speak at the moment.
And so how can you get involved? Getting involved, although different programs require different requirements, it's important to be able to look at the 4 different opportunities that you have available to you at Stockton. So the different types of research experiences or discipline that you may want to contribute to will be available for you to look at during the faculty pages. And the most important thing is speaking to your preceptor, right? You want to make sure that the commitment you're making to the research opportunity is aligned with the commitment you're making to your academics, right? So you want to talk to your preceptor and just get involved in research as early as possible because senior year comes very fast and then you don't want to regret that you weren't involved as much as you could have been. So please participate early with any research opportunities or any of the other high impact practices that we've discussed throughout this semester. Any questions?
I do have a comment. If you have a professor who's just really into their course and their topic that they're teaching, you could always just kind of approach them and ask them, especially if you're interested in that topic, you can ask them if they're working on any research and if you can do an independent study with them. And this can fulfill any of your, like, you can work it out to fulfill credits that you need. So that way it will count towards your graduation and it's not something that you won't get credit for. I actually participated in research as an undergrad. And I have to tell you, my strongest letter of recommendation came from the faculty that I did research for. When I was an undergrad, I didn't know I wanted to do research. I probably cared less about research because I didn't know the benefits of it. But seeing the benefits after the fact, I'm just very adamant to emphasize it to students because I had a 2-page letter of recommendation from the faculty I did research for, and he recommended me to Columbia University. Okay. And that was the only graduate school that accepted me out of all of the schools that I actually applied to. He told me to apply there. And that's the school I got into for my master's. So you definitely build a relationship because you're spending hours with that faculty member. So Diana and I, for example, will be spending 400 hours together. Ezra, Lizzie, any questions?
Yeah, I actually had a question. Usually what's the time span of a research? Like, yeah, that would be my question.
That's a great question. So depending on what kind of research you're doing, the different research opportunities. So if you're doing something with the SIRE program, that will just be a 2-month commitment. So throughout the summer. If you're doing an independent research, usually that's also a semester long. So about like 15 weeks you're committing to. but it depends on the research that you're doing, the faculty member, and which opportunity you're taking advantage of.
Yes, it does vary across different opportunities too. So, Amanda, yes, you're correct. As for Diana's opportunity, hers is a 2-semester commitment, which seems like a lot, but again, that's how you get to strengthen your relationships with faculty and strengthen those letters of recommendations that you'll be needing for whether it's graduate school or your career that you plan on embarking into after college.
I don't really, I don't know if it's really like a question. It's just, I don't know. I was told about doing a research project in one of my classes, but I just wouldn't know what questions to ask, like what research topic to do or who I would even go to for it and whatnot. Like it's a lot of, not even just the commitment, but just how I would go about it would be the thing for me. So I don't know how to form that into a question, but I have thought about it. I just don't know what I would do my research topic on and who would be the best teacher to go to for it.
I'd like to jump in because I, when I was in my doctorate program, even those students didn't know what they wanted to research. So you're not alone, Lizzie. But someone once told me that research is actually can be looked at as me search. So something that really it 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 like something that you're going to thrive in, something that you're not going to get bored, something that you're going to like enjoy reading about and learning about. That's going to be your topic because you have to spend so much time with this project that you want to make sure it's something that you can commit to that you'll be internally motivated to complete.
And I completely understand. I'm thinking about like what I'm passionate about now is like what's going on like politically in the world and the I don't know how to say his last name, but David Chauvin, I think, case is going on right now. But I don't know how I would turn that into a research topic, a research question, or whatnot. Because my major is political science, and I do want to be a lawyer. And I know doing research with a teacher would definitely boost my resume and whatnot, my credentials. I don't know. I think it's fear that's really holding me. I don't know.
It sounds like it, but at least you have an idea that you might be able to expand on, and that's what your faculty, that person who's going to work with you and advise you, will help you formulate a question, a research question that will expand your project. And then even you and I can talk off the record and discuss some ideas. We can bounce some ideas off of each other. So that way you feel a little more prepared and confident when you go and talk to a faculty mentor to help you, to endorse this project.
That would be great. Thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions?
As you always know, we have an assessment and these students know how I am with assessment because they had to create their own assessments for their projects recently. Um, and it has been dropped into the chat. Thank you, Candace. Please, please, please fill that out because I will see your name and that's how you will get extra credit. Amanda, thank you so much for putting this together. It's really these sessions are to inspire you to plant a seed, to get you to look further and to do more research, no pun intended, in the topics that we are presenting. So I really do appreciate you, Amanda, for this session and all the other sessions that you've been presenting for our students.
Yep, no problem. We are